you should have already done the Photoshop basics, so you kind of get a basic idea how Photoshop works. Now I'm going to show you how to do a select and refine and move. So that means we're going to select an image, we're going to refine it to where it's crisp and clean, and then move it into another image. So we're going to use these two images. So you need to download the guy and the jungle. So if you just click on it, and then you click download guy, it'll download, and I've already done both of those, so you can do those on your own. And then you want to open up, I'd already opened that up, Photoshop, and we want to be on the home. Okay, but instead of opening up a new, we are going to open and just go open and open both of our images. So the downloads are in here. I want the guy one, and then I want the jungle one. We're going to use the jungle one later, but I'll go ahead and upload it now. And what we're going to eventually do, just click OK on that. And you can click back and forth between these tabs, is we want to eventually select this guy and put him in the jungle. So what we need to do first is to select him. So I'm going to show you a couple different ways to do that and how to use the selection tools, because that's a tool you're going to use a lot in Photoshop. First, I want to show you some shortcuts. You might want to write some of these down so you remember, because you're going to use a lot of shortcuts will make your life a little bit easier. One of them is the Command plus, which you might already know through Illustrator, which zooms in, Commands minus zooms out. But if you do the Alt and scroll your mouse in and out, that also zooms in and out, but you have to hold Alt at the same time. So we're going to zoom in just a little bit so we can see the guy. And I'm going to show you a couple different features. This is called the Quick Selection tool. If it has a little triangle down here and you click on that triangle, it's going to give you other tools within the tool. So each one of these, if you can't find a tool in a video, try clicking on that arrow. Like this one has a lot of different ones, this spot healing. So we want to click on this. I want to show you something different in this tool though. The one's called the Object Selection tool. So we're going to click on that first, and you're going to see this crosshairs. And what you're going to do is you're going to select the image that you want to select. So we're going to come down here, and then what Photoshop does, as you can see that spinning wheel comes up, automatically selects it. So awesome. But you can see he's missed a couple, or he, she, whatever Photoshop is, missed a couple spots. So we need to fix that. So we're going to come back in here, and just to show you, if I didn't want to do it that way, I can go Command D. We'll get rid of that selection. I'll show you the other way of doing it. Go to the Quick Selection tool, and you're going to see this little brush icon, and when you're going to see a plus in the middle of it. And we can enlarge this by just clicking on the bracket keys. The open bracket, right bracket opens it up, left makes it smaller, so another great shortcut. And just by click and dragging, it will select the guy. Now, it already did that, you remember, with that other tool for us, which was great, so you can see how I'm doing it. So if we collect too much, we have to get into the minus. So there's two ways of doing that. You come up here to the minus, and then we can hit it back, and it kind of bounces. And once you go back and forth, Photoshop will start figuring out where it should be. But we've got really too big of a brush size, so I'm going to reduce that down, maybe not too far, and then try to get into these areas. So we want to get it as close as we can, and you want to get this, like I said, as close as you can before we go into the mask tool. Now, don't worry about the hair right now, I'm going to get it. Now, I'm going to go in the minus. I'm going to click, oh, the other way you can do the minus is the Alt, or the plus, sorry. So the plus puts it back in, but if I went out too far, let's say I did there, I can click the Alt instead of clicking back and forth up here. So Alt will switch this from plus to negative, plus to negative, plus to negative. Okay, so we're going to get this as close as we can, and then we will move on. All right, so you get a little bit better than that, but you'll get the idea. After you're done with this, we're going to go to the Select and Mask box. All right, so it says Create or Refine Selections. Now, mine, I was messing around with it. Yours will probably come up with the onion skin to start out with. So there's this little view box, And there's a lot of different ways that you can view our selection. You can view it through as marching ants. It does this overlay, which I really like because you can really tell where it's selected and where it isn't. So you can see the spots we missed. So I'm going to show you in a minute how to fix that. On black gives you a blacker background or white. And that one just does plain black and white. Now the nice thing, let me show you the onion skin about this, is we can change the transparency on that. So on this one, it takes the checkerboard and really go up. So if I did the black and change the checkerboard, or not the checkerboard, the black to a lot darker, you can see that difference in there. Like I said, I really like the overlay because it still kind of sees what's behind it and what's not. All right, so what we need to do now is we need to refine the hair. So this was our select, and if you hover over this, it should tell you what it is, quick selection tool, so we've already done that. This tool is the Refine Edge Brush Tool. It's great for selecting hair. Okay, so what it does is it basically kind of picks up some areas, and I'm on the plus, so I really want to be on the minus here. Nope, I'm back on there. Make sure you're clicked on this and you do that. So when I go over it, see how it kind of fills that in. And then I'm going to go in these other areas. And then another tool I'll show you is this. It's just the brush tool. So what the brush tool does is paint it in. So I want to get this really, really small. So let's say I want to come in here. I'm going to enlarge a lot. And then I'm just going to, it's taking it out, so I need to go Alt. So if I just want to brush in these areas, so I want to decide what goes in and what doesn't. So you're going to use a lot of these tools to really kind of make this work. So let's go back to this Refine Edge, kind of go over that. You can see what it does is it softens it. So there's a little bit of red in here, and I'll show you the difference. So if we went to black and white, see how soft that edge is, but see what the Refine Edge tool did here up in this shoulder. So if I go back into this overlay, and then maybe I go in with the brush, and I'm going to click the Alt because I want to paint it in and cover over that. So you might want to go back and forth and clean it up the best you can using all these different tools to try to get it as clear as you can. Okay, so I'm going to keep going in there. Again, go Alt if it takes out too much. Keep going back and forth. Or we can switch the brushes and let the Refine Edge kind of do the work for us. So you can see I need to clean up here, and I need to clean up here, but I'm not going to go through all that with you. So once you're done, okay, you clean it up as good as you can. There's a couple different other things you can do. This edge detection, basically what that does is it softens it up. I want you to kind of look at the edge. Like right here, look how that red's kind of in there. So I'm going to take some of that out. Actually, I'm going to go in with the brush and take that out so it's crisper. So look at this edge, and then as I do the radius here, you'll see how it softens that edge right there. So it brought it kind of back in. I'm going to be honest, I don't understand all these different things. You can kind of play around with them. Decontaminate colors kind of changes the color image a little bit. So again, just kind of play around, but then check and see what it looks like on these images so it's what you want before you finish up. All right, I can't really remember which ones. I'm thinking it's good to do this one, but I can't remember. And you might want to go remember settings. Then down here, yours is probably on the selection. All right, I'd already moved mine. I would probably move this to new layer with layer mask. And the reason you want to do this, and then you got to go OK to get out of this, is then it creates a new layer. You don't want to do everything on your background because once you mess up that background, you don't have the original. So you want to be able to put that original back in if you can get it. So we've got this mask here. So if I want to go back in, I can click on Alt, and then that'll give me back to that background and go back in there. Okay, so that's all for this first part. I do want to show you, notice how this is, especially when I'm zoomed in, it's really, really soft in here. We don't want it super soft, but we don't want it super pixely either. So this is the main difference. So this all needs to be cleaned up when you do that. So This is the end of part 1, so do this and then you will move on to part 2.